Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to take some time to talk to you about my fall favorites. Now, to preface this, I need to kind of defend myself almost. So like usually that means in like all the other seasons of the year, I am not that kind of girl. I do not create bucket lists based on the seasons or like playlists or like whatever, but for fall, hell, I'm down for all of that. I don't know what it is about all of this, but like for all of this fall content that you can find on YouTube, for fall bucket lists, for like special fall activities, I'm down. It's just fun. I mean, I guess you clicked on this video because you also think it's fun. So let's have fun together. Let me share what I personally like to do in the fall. And you can tell me what you like to do in the fall, I guess, down below. Since this is mostly a booktube channel at this point, let me start off with giving you some fall book recommendations. Now, I mentioned it in my recent Nancy Drew / Fear Street video that to me and to a lot of people, fall is the perfect season for both classics and murder mysteries, which are two genres that are also easily combined because there are a lot of classic murder mystery books out there. So some of these things I have to mention them at least, even though they're like so obvious, but I need to mention them anyway. So of course, perfect classics to read in the fall are Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, anything by Agatha Christie or Arthur Conan Doyle, which simultaneously is part of the murder mystery category, of course. A classic, which I would personally like to recommend to you, is Wilkie Collins. Now, Wilkie Collins' books are also murder mysteries. I think they run under the title of sensational novels or sensation novels, which is like a specific genre that was huge in the Victorian age. And yes, he does often deal with mysteries. Those can be murder mysteries, not necessarily always though, but personally, I also love Wilkie Collins. I could recommend you to start off with either The Moonstone, which is like a murder mystery, or The Woman in White, which kind of like deals with subjects of like identity fraud and stuff. Right now, I'm reading Armadale by him, and I've also read what was it called? The Law and the Lady. I think I talked about it in my April reading wrap up, so it was a few months ago. But yeah, Wilkie Collins, give him a try if you have not heard about him yet. Some more murder mysteries that I could recommend to you besides anything Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle are, for example, if you're looking for like a similar vibe in that direction, the Thursday Murder Club mysteries, like the second part just came out and I'm reading it right now actually. I absolutely love them. I love the first one. I love what I have read of the second one so far. The vibes, I like these cozy murder mysteries that we all like to read. Oh shit. My neighbor just came out on his balcony again. Gosh, that is like the everlasting mystery of my life, because I don't know, if he can look into my room, I can see him clearly, but sometimes I wonder, okay, like maybe with the light, it reflects in a way that he cannot look into my room, but I don't know. Now he's on his balcony. We're just gonna ignore him, okay? Besides those, I can always recommend to you The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, the, I think, best book I have ever read. Best book of that murder mystery thriller genre. It is impeccable. It is about our main character having to solve a mystery within a week, but every day he wakes up in a different person's body and he lives through the same day every day for like 7 days in a row, switching bodies every day. And like within a week, he has to figure out who does it. Otherwise, his memory basically gets wiped and he has to start all over again. The twists and turns in this book are insane. Hands down, one of the best, if not the best book I've ever read. Now, moving on from the books, let's talk about movies and series that I like to watch in the fall that I can recommend to you. Now, the series that I basically want to talk about, that's basically the series, and the reason why I wanted to do this video is Scream Queens. Now, Scream Queens is my fall series. I like to watch that every fall. It is, to me, the perfect fall series. It is, again, like a murder mystery, but also like kind of horror series taking place on a campus. There's a serial killer going on, and our protagonists are these girls living at a sorority. Most of them are like these rich and absolutely out of worldly crazy bitches, let's just say it like that, who are quite horrible people, but it is utterly ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. But mind you, it's dark humor. Be prepared for that. And like these murders that are going on, oftentimes they're staged quite ridiculously, or like quite in a comical sense, so to say. But then again, in other aspects, there's also quite a bit of graphic detail. So this is a PG-16 series. So be aware of that, I guess. But yeah, Scream Queens, that's my full series. I actually started watching it again today, and gosh, Emma Roberts and Jamie Lee Curtis in that series, impeccable. So hilarious. I'm so looking forward to it. Plus, in case you're like into fashion, the wardrobe of the Chanels alone is worth watching it, I think. Another series that is so close to my heart, I personally watch it year round, but as I'm picking up this like murder mystery trope this season, I guess I can recommend it to you right here, right now, is the Murder, She Wrote series starring Angela Lansbury. I love this series so much. I watch it every night together with my mom. It is our thing. We have already watched through the entire seasons, like all of them, a couple of times, and it never gets old. It is old, but it never gets old, if you know what I'm saying. So this is a series from the 80s and 90s starring Angela Lansbury, and it's about this retired English teacher who's now a murder mystery novelist, and she lives in this little village, not village, like in this little town called Cabot Cove in New England. And together with her best friend, the doctor and the sheriff of the town, she solves all these murders, because like even though there are only 3,000 people living in this little town, people are dying left and right, and she's there to save the day. I love this series so much, and I'm not doing it justice right here, right now, but please give it a try. Anyway, moving on to maybe some movies. Obviously, you can pick up the like classic / murder mystery trope on that one again. Like watch the movie adaptation of Little Women, or of like some Hercule Poirot novels, or I can basically recommend you anything I think that stars Meg Ryan. When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail. What else is there? Like I think anything with Meg Ryan just like screams fall, autumn. I don't know why, but those are like these rom-com feel-good kind of movies, always fun to watch, but like especially when you kind of like want to cozy up in the fall, right? Now, in terms of music, I can recommend to you one song that is very close to my heart as well, and that is Still With You by Jungkook from BTS. Now, this song is perfect to listen to when it's raining, because we know, of course, there's like the pretty autumn weather, but there's also like a time comes when the autumn weather kind of turns cold and rainy and gloomy, but you can make that nice by having something like this song to look forward to. Because now when it's like raining, I'm not like, oh shit, it's raining and it's gloomy and it's dark and I'm depressed. But now when it's raining, I'm like, oh my god, it's perfect Still With You weather. Honestly, listen to the song, you will completely get what I'm saying. I'm not only going to link the song down below, but also what I like to listen to, the 1 hour loop version of this song. So I just like to have it in the background when I'm working, studying, doing anything. And yeah, I can only recommend you to do the same. The next segment I want to talk about, as you're watching this here on YouTube, let me recommend you some fellow YouTubers that I like, who upload impeccable fall content. That is, firstly, Darling Desi. The vibes of her channel, I have no idea how she produces such videos without like a professional camera and production team around her. I have no idea how people do this. She has these impeccable vibes going on all year round. Like during like the rest of the year, she has like cottagecore vibes, I would call it, or I think that's what she calls it, and she knows more about these aesthetics than I do. But now, especially during fall and autumn, like she goes all out. Every single video she uploads is like a masterpiece and so aesthetically pleasing to watch. Honestly, check her out. Another channel I really like to watch during the fall, or like actually it's like really funny because her channel, that is Allison's channel, she pops up on my feed every fall. Like during the rest of the year, I don't really watch her stuff because I don't know, it never gets recommended to me or anything, but her fall content, it always, like clockwork, it pops up on my channel. Like usually the first video that I get recommended by her every year again is her most recent like fall inspired drinks recipe video, and I watch it every time, and then her consecutive fall content gets recommended to me as well. And that's how I always end up watching Allison during the fall. And now, last but not least, Kaylin Nicholson's channel, plus she has some side channels, so also check those out. She does a thing, or like she used to do a thing called Youtober, where she uploaded every single day in October. She's not doing that anymore, but still she really likes the season, so she uploads especially much in October, or like during the fall season in general. And like her stuff I can also wholeheartedly recommend to you. Plus Kaylin has a podcast in which she talks during like the fall weeks, kind of like, it depends, like maybe like paranormal stuff or spooky stuff or witchy stuff, and during those weeks I just like to listen to that as well. So there you go. Moving on to my favorite, and that is food. I cannot film this video without at least once mentioning the phrase pumpkin spice lattes. Now, let's be honest, they are too sweet, overpriced, and don't really taste that good, but still every year I drink one. I drink exactly one pumpkin spice latte each season, preferably while I'm on a walk in like an autumnal park or garden or whatever. It's just like, you kind of have to do it. Do one for the team. I do one for the team every year, and so can you. But like in general, if you like really don't like the whole pumpkin spice, if it's not your thing, I totally get it. Again, it doesn't really taste that good, but if you look at the ingredients of like pumpkin spice, 80%, if not even like more, like 90% of that is just cinnamon. So if you really don't like the pumpkin spice stuff, just get anything with cinnamon. That might be a chai latte, or like quite reasonable, it could be anything, and just ask the barista to like spray a little bit of cinnamon on top, and then you're good to go. In terms of food, again, of course, anything pumpkin-y is so huge this season. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, pumpkin, I don't even know what. To be really honest, where I live, or like realistically anywhere outside of North America, basically, it's not that big a thing. Outside of North America, all this like fall craziness and pumpkin craziness and Thanksgiving craziness is not a thing, especially as we don't have Thanksgiving anywhere else. So realistically, when I go out, I will probably not be able to find like a pumpkin pie or a pumpkin flavored cake of some sort anywhere in a coffee shop I go to. I think you can easily do that anywhere in North America, but not where I live. So, and plus, since I also, I mean, pumpkin bread is okay, but pumpkin pie, I don't really like all that pumpkin filling. It doesn't taste that good. So what I think is like a good fall alternative, if you don't like that, it's just like carrot cake. To me, carrot cake is also very fall vibes, because first of all, it also has like the cinnamon component, plus it also has the vegetable component, because like, should you argue like, pumpkin pie that's like healthier because there's like a vegetable in it, well, carrot cake, it also has vegetables in it, so there you go. In kind of like the miscellaneous section, I want to recommend to you, which I actually like to wear year round, and that is fuzzy socks. I love my fuzzy socks, especially because I cannot for the life of me fall asleep when my feet are cold. So I like to wear fuzzy socks in the evening right before I go to bed, so my feet are nice and warm, and then I can fall asleep quickly. But especially now in fall, as it transitions slowly into winter, as it gets colder, and especially if you're just like snuggled up somewhere with maybe like a hot drink and you're reading and you're not moving, so your body kind of like cools down, your feet might get cold, so throw on some cozy socks and you're good to go. And now, last but not least, I want to show you my October bullet journal setup that I created last night. I will just give you like a quick run through, or like flip through, and then at the very end I created like this new fun section which I call fall bingo. So instead of creating a full bucket list, I created this fall bingo in my bullet journal. If you're familiar with the game of bingo, you basically have like this grid. It's actually supposed to be like a square. This is not a square, but it doesn't matter since I'm not actually playing bingo with anyone. With the actual game, like somebody pulls up a number, and if you have that number, you can cross it off, and the goal is to get like a straight line diagonally, vertically, or horizontally. Obviously, my goal is to cross all of these off, but, well, we'll see. So, this is my October setup. It's really minimalistic and really like fine lined everything, but it's also colorful, using all these different colors and these little pumpkin doodles and everything. So this is the monthly overlook page, obviously. Here we have my habit, budget, favorite, and mood tracker page. And the first two of my weekly pages, really cute. And then, last but not least, I have this full bingo page created right here. So let me walk you through these singular things. You will find on my full bingo, read a classic, drink hot apple cider, walk through an autumnal park, go to the theatre, watch Scream Queens, listen to spooky podcasts, visit Cambridge, drink a Halloween cocktail, go to a museum or gallery, go horseback riding, do morning yoga outside, eat pumpkin or carrot cake, watch Little Women, visit a beautiful library or bookshop, read a murder mystery, that'll be easy, have afternoon tea, carve pumpkins, and drink a pumpkin spice latte. As you can tell, there are 2 spots still left open, so if you have any recommendations of what I should further do besides all of these activities, let me know down below in the comment sections and I can add them. Anyway, these were all my fall favorites, all the things I can recommend you to read, watch, do this fall. And I can especially recommend you to, once you have that list together, create this little like fall bingo and like cross it off along the way, because that's just fun to do. With that, I thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave your recommendations of what I should do and add to my fall bingo down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!